think that's it. I'll have to wait and see. Now is the nerve-wracking part, just to see if anyone turns up. Eventually I'll learn how to use this stuff properly. Hopefully my mic is okay this time and I don't have 3 mics enabled, which is what I did the first time because I'm a noob. If you guys are actually watching, if anyone can pop a hello in the chat so I know that this is working properly, that would be fab. Or ask questions. I should probably get to the point where I'm organized enough to warn you before I do this. Would probably help as well. In the meantime, people can just, I don't know, watch me work. Oh, what am I doing? Do that. I suppose the other thing is I have no idea if any notifications have gone out yet. I will eventually learn how this all works and organize it so that I'm giving you a time in advance. But we'll see. I just heard a ping from somewhere, but that could be anything. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tabs. Oh, actually, that's WhatsApp. That's WhatsApp. Oh, goodness. Right. So there's people chatting, but I can't see it. So, right. Awesome. Now let's figure out the chat thing, guys. Live chat. Does that make it? What if I do live chat? Go to channel. What happens if I see on the channel? No, that's not it. Oh, I can't see you. Well, it's not a very good AMA if I can't see anything you guys are saying, is it? I don't want top chat. I want all chat. All chat. YouTube. Show me, people. What happens if I do this? Oop. Ha. There we go. I'm having to do it differently. There we go. Hello. Right. Well, this is going to mess me up because I'm now going to have to like watch myself on camera, which is a bit weird. I can see you now, Abby. I can see you. It's cool. I got it. I got it. Hello, Lula from Panama. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, goodness. Esther, oh, thank you. Thank you for saying such nice things about my hair. And Moira is here. And Abby is here. And Addison. Hello, Addison. Fellow writer. If you haven't checked out Addison's channel, go check out Addison's channel. She writes spicier stuff than I do. Shh. Don't tell YouTube. It's just between you and us. Right. Goodness. Okay. Right. Abby, it's fab to see you. Thank you for following me on Twitter, by the way, too. Wanda. Hi. Yeah. I've got another story planned that you guys are going to love, I think. It's a canon, and I haven't started writing it yet, but it's set right around the time GCF Tokyo came out, and I'm very excited about it. So, hello, Silver. Aw. Yeah, Abby, if you haven't checked out Addison's channel yet, you'll love it. You will really, really love it. I'm trying to remember. Addison, if you're in the chat, could you drop your channel link? It's at Addison Eden Erotica, I think. I don't remember the full channel. But if you type in Addison Eden and Familiar Pleasures, which is her top story. She's also done Swingers. She did Between the Singles, which is the one that I had on my channel before she actually started her channel. Sorry, I'm misgendering. Before they started their channel. Apologies. What was the other one? Between the Singles, which was the Angel in the record store. I think if you guys would remember it as that. All right, let's see if I can change a few settings here so that I can see things a little bit differently. Not that one. Sorry, Addison. About a JiKooK FF being sold out everywhere. What's that one, Abby? I haven't seen that. We have to be really careful about anytime fanfic stuff is for sale. So, yeah, I loved Between the Singles. It makes me want to go record shopping. I've already read that one a lot. A lot. And I think Addison does written versions on Patreon, I believe. Oh, am I counting the days? Of course I am. Of course I am at seven. I've lost track. 70? I think it might be like 70 now. It's close. It's so close. I can't wait. But I'm also nervous. Does that make sense? As a JiKooK creator, it's kind of steady now because I'm not hit with a bunch of new content. When they come back, what I'm expecting is a lot of new, obviously I'm really excited we're going to get to see them, which is fantastic. Either they're going to go the full-on Kim Sok Jin and we're going to see them everywhere and they're going to be doing everything. Or, 72. Or what's more worrying is if they take a step back, which they totally deserve, to like chill out and relax and come down from this 2 years of theirs, that what I don't want is JiKookers to freak out and go, oh my gosh, I haven't seen them, or they've been seen separately or whatever. So in a way, it's a bit of a stressful time because I really take my role seriously and I want to make sure you guys feel supported. I just hope they're both in good shape mentally. I know, of course, they're in good shape physically. But I hope that they come out of this and they're still... It sounds dramatic to say the people that we knew, but you know what I mean, right? That they've gotten through it and that they're okay. Because it's been incredibly rough. From what we saw of JiKooK, he hasn't changed a bit, has he? Bless him. I hope all of them. Yeah, exactly, Moira. I think I mean, we've seen it even with Jin, we've seen it with Hobie. They're all gonna have matured. It's 2 years. People, even if they hadn't been in the military, they'd still change in that period. It'll be interesting to see what happens, but I just hope they're okay. And the others too. I mean, this is not to say that I haven't been worried about Namjoon and Tae and of course Yoongi, who's been through so much because of the scooter incident and stuff. So I can't wait till we just get them all back together. And then they're around to support each other, which is what's really important. That would be amazing if they did at Lollapalooza. I don't know. I mean, they didn't go to... that. Not all 7 went to Lala when he was in Chicago. Before the finding machine starts again. Yeah, they definitely have deserved some time off. Definitely deserve some time off. Obviously, Jin didn't. He went straight from the airport into like hugging 1,000 army. Bless him. But I would hope that they will be able to get some time off. But then I think that they probably have more time off than we know. I mean, people in the military do get days off and they do get little holidays and breaks and stuff as well. They'll probably be very eager to create. I think about the fact that Jimin won't have been able to be in a dance studio on a regular basis for that length of time, and I could just cry because of how much that will have meant to him. And JiKooK as well. And obviously the others being in the recording studio, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I just want them to be able to do what's best for them, and yeah, not to go straight back into the grind. That's what the CEO said. Silver, but you and I both know that if earnings aren't what they want the earnings to be, they'll happily throw the boys under a bus in order to get the profits. Yeah. Have you guys seen how GOT7 handled things? Where they left, but then still have now come back to produce music together. I would like to say I hope Banged Hen at some point in time can part ways with Hybe and have more control over their own careers. But then they're so big, and I know that Hybe would never in a million years do what JYP did and allow them their own identity. I really respected that, that GOT7 when they left were allowed to take their own name and etc. with them and still go on to produce even though they weren't part of the agency. They get a lot of protection from Hybe, but I also think they get a lot of crap from Hybe that they don't deserve. And they built that agency literally on their own backs. And I don't think they get enough respect for it. So, especially not in America. I don't have a lot of time for Scooter Braun at all. He's a disgusting piece of... and he uses... I still think he uses BTS to promote his Western artists rather than gives them the credit as individuals and as an artist in their own right. Yeah, they definitely, they'll always be negotiating for more freedoms and stuff. Always. Contract runs out in 2026, doesn't it? So we'll see. Article, it was about some author found inspiration from JiKooK for their fictional couple. Okay. What, Abby? And then the book sold out or whatever. It's all right. Don't worry. Typos. I knew what you meant, honey. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah. I know I need to get the rest of my stuff onto paperback. I mean, it's there. It's there if you want the changed names, the couple inspired by. It's all there on Amazon. What do I have over here? I've got... He Comes at Midnight. This is the fan version. This actually has the couple names in it. I don't remember. Someone asked me about the epilogue. Oh, yes. So this actually has the epilogue in it, which I think I've forgotten to add onto the ebook version on Patreon. So I will do that. And that one, 10,000 Miles to Forever, which I like. I had fun making this cover with a little airplane, and it goes to Korea. And yeah. But this one needs names changing if you want the JiKooK version of it, because this has the names changed still. I think it's 2026, but they were a bit cagey about it. We all assumed it was a 7-year contract when they re-signed. But they re-signed earlier than the previous contract expired. That was quite a big deal at the time that they re-signed for another however many years, 7 years, because that in and of itself in K-pop world is quite extraordinary. But I don't know that it was ever clarified. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know that it was ever clarified if the contract was going to go from the end of the old contract or whether the old contract started with debut or whether it started pre-debut. I get the feeling for some reason I think it's 2026, which is why people were wondering whether the tour was going to be end of 2025 or early 2026. Oh, so you're saying they signed yet another one in 2023, Silver? Okay. I hadn't heard about that. Well, they must have renegotiated in a way that they're happy with. As long as they're taken care of, because sometimes that's hard to see. And I know Hive is a business. And BTS are still employees and they have to do what the boss tells them to do sometimes. But sometimes it does get, but when little things slip out and you just go, man, really? Yeah. The thing that has always kind of bothered me, and this goes back to, what would it have been, 2018, 2019, when popularity, 15 million, okay. I'm assuming that's US dollars and not Korean won. Yeah, so it goes back to my I was always of the mindset that they're happy where they're at because they did sign another contract. They are grown men. They are very intelligent, all of them. They know what they're doing, and if they re-sign and they're happy with the contract, it's not for us to question it. They know what they're doing. But it really started to bother me at the end of, I think it was like 2018, going into 2019, when they were being pushed out. That's good to say. Freedom for solo career, but most acting, families, etc. That's really good. When they were being pushed out as spokespeople they were like doing ads for everything. Like it wasn't just Samsung and Hyundai. It was like they were everywhere. And I know they had been, oh bless, don't worry Abby, it's all good. And I know that they're, that's part of their job is to bring in the ad revenue and the sponsorships as much as everything else. But then it was like they created Tiny Tan, which was almost like, well, we can't work BTS any harder. We'll make cartoon versions of them and have them advertise any old crap that comes through. And then and on top of that, then the McDonald's thing. Do you guys remember when they were doing a McDonald's Happy Meal type thing? And like at that point in time, GOT7 and the members of EXO and that, they were the ones getting Gucci and Chanel and Dior and Versace, and we're getting McDonald's. And it's like, our boys are worth so much more than that. But that was before any of them had like proper luxury brand ambassadorships. So I'm really happy. Hello, Chris. Nice to see you. Fellow creator. Yay! It's nice that we eventually got to the point where they're doing luxury ambassadorships. But at that point in time, it really felt like Hybe was doing, because of the initial share price offering and such, was just doing anything with them, putting them out anywhere to make quick cash, and it got really upsetting. So I'm happy that things have kind of gone back around the other way, and now they've all got their houses that they rep for, which I love because you can see in their personalities as well, like Namjoon with Bottega and Jimin with Tiffany and stuff. I think it works really well. Yeah, it's nothing against McDonald's. It's not the problem with McDonald's. It's that when other groups members were getting Gucci and we were getting McDonald's and like chewing gum, the xylitol chewing gum and Downy fabric softener through Tiny Tan, and it was like, can we not do that? Like, anyway, they're where they belong now. And of course they're always going to rep for Hyundai and Samsung, usually. It was LG at one point in time, but then Samsung, because they're Korean brands, and I get that, and I want to push that, and that's fantastic. It was the other kind of low end stuff that it was a bit like, nah, they're worth more. Yeah, and that's from a business point of view, Silver. That is exactly what they need to do. Exactly what they need to do. As what they started, well, what they knew they had to do, and what they started doing with TXT way back. No one can doubt that that's a smart business move, and using their main income in BTS to help introduce and prop up these new groups. I get it, but also it's like, hopefully they have say so and not, it's just I just hope they're getting to collab with who they want to collab and doing dance challenges with who they want to dance challenge. And I get the feeling part of it is a yes and part of it is a no. Here's so-and-so from whatever group we're pushing now. They're going to be in your challenge with you, whether you like it or not. But they're professionals and they know what their job is and they know what they need to do. Yeah, exactly, Abby. Exactly. Yeah. And they're there where they need to be. And there's nothing wrong with the other brands. There's nothing. I mean, goodness knows how much stuff I have bought over the years from, like, because BTS was part of it. I mean, the amount of Puma I own from back when Puma. Do you guys remember the old Puma Love Yourself trainers? They were kind of shiny white with a black stripe and on the sole it had like the Love Yourself flower and stuff. I've got those. I love those. Yeah, past history. But hopefully we're sorted now. Hopefully they're where they need to be. And we'll see. If JK does a world tour, it wouldn't surprise me because goodness knows he wants to get out there and perform. I want to go to the full tour. I don't have the money to go to all the solo ones. I'm really sad I couldn't go to Hobie's. Germany would be amazing, but yeah, it's a lot of money and I don't think I'd cope well at a festival like that anyways. But I know some of you guys have gotten a chance to go see Hobie live in America, North America, and I'm so happy for you. I really, really am. That's amazing. But hopefully they come to the UK. If they do, that would break Ticketmaster, wouldn't it? I think that would break Ticketmaster in the same way that just the Hunger Games for normal ticketing breaks Ticketmaster. For them to do for Jimin and Jungkook to both do a joint concert. Yeah, I'd like to be able to get. I'm guessing if they come to the UK, they'll come to Wembley again, and that's understandable. Frustrating because it's so far from home, but understandable. I'm whining, aren't I? It's the UK where it's like, oh, so London is so far. I think it's like 4-hour drive or something like that, versus what you guys are doing in North America, where you're like flying 4 hours to get to a show. I've gone a bit soft. Yeah. Where did he play Silver in Chicago? Hobie played at Allstate. Was it Allstate Arena? My first BTS concert was at Soldier Field in Chicago, which meant obviously the world to me since I'm from Chicago originally anyways. It was that tour where Jimin told everyone not to get sick because it was May in Chicago and it was freezing and raining. And I was basically a block of ice for 2 days. And I came back to the UK and was sick for like weeks with a horrible cold. I don't know, Silver. If they went separately, they'd probably do what Hobie did and mix in some Bangtan songs as well. I mean, Jimin does have they both have albums out now. So doing a mix of their solo BTS stuff and group BTS stuff and their albums, there's probably enough material there. Heck, either of them could just, forget it, just dance. They don't even need to sing the whole time. Just put in a 15-minute dance break in the middle of each song and we'd be good. Yeah, it was. Oh, goodness. Well, that's Chicago in March for you. Chicago, so it snowed the day before the Chicago concert. At least you were indoors, though. I was outside in a stadium. I don't know if it's changed, but last I heard, March is actually the snowiest month in Chicago. Yeah, Abby, you're... Oh my goodness. 27 songs. He's a monster, isn't he? That's crazy. In that 27 of the 3, did he do any of his solo stuff from BTS? Like, I suppose he doesn't have as much solo stuff. A lot of rap line stuff. I suppose the rap lines always had their mixtapes. Abby, what's the weather like by you? You're in India, aren't you? Hot, I'm assuming. Yeah, there was talk about a subunit at one point, wasn't there? Or hints about it. What's the temperature here today, anyways? It was supposed to get warm, but it kind of didn't. Oh, yeah, I heard about Bepse. You're still alive. I don't know how. Yeah, well, that sounds amazing. I remember obviously saying, Hobie, particularly at Wembley, was just, so good in that red suit. Yeah, and he had a red outfit for this tour too. Hobie in red. Oh yeah. Amazing. It's funny that you mentioned airplanes. So I have surely in the next week, possibly sooner than that, I have done a collaboration with another channel. So I have a friend I've met through the YouTube creator community, Kais TV, Kais TV. And he mainly does reaction stuff, and he mainly does anime, but he's done some K-pop stuff. And it started with him telling me that he'd done K-pop stuff, which he meant Blackpink, basically, was all he had. And I'm like, oh, no. We're going to get you some real K-pop here. Here's BTS. You need some good stuff coming out of Korea. And so hello Annette, hello Teresa. So the first thing I did was give him suggestions for BTS stuff. But because copyright, it's really hard for reaction channels to be able to do videos. Hybe is particularly bad sometimes they'll just take down the video completely, so you've got no visibility. Anyway, so what we decided that one thing that would be fun to kind of get around all the copyright stuff is but he's become a big BTS fan now, and he's watched quite a lot. And I'm like, all right, so you think you know them, yeah? You really think you know them? I'm going to come on your channel and I'm going to quiz you. And so I clipped a bunch of music videos, some BTS and some not BTS, and played him and made him guess whether he could guess whether they were actually BTS or not. And it was so much fun. And I can't wait for you guys to see the video because he's lovely. I'll put the thing in the chat. Hello, Teresa. There we go. Right. So, Kai's TV. Oh, my stuff has gone a bit funny here. There we go. So Kai's TV. So go check out his channel for his BTS reaction videos. And I will let you guys know when the video comes out of me being on his channel. I think we're going to do another one possibly after that, because he was saying some stuff about AI music, and I don't think he realizes how sophisticated AI music has gotten. So I was going to quiz him as to whether he thought it was something or AI. But we'll see whether we get that one done or not. But it's nice. It's fun for me to do something that isn't writing or just my own stuff, but still involves preaching the gospel of Bangtan Sonyeon. It's like, more people need to know how amazing they are, don't they? Speaking of which, I'm going to remind you guys again, I have a second channel now. I have JiKooK Magic Shop, and that's where all the Only Facts stuff is going to be put. And there's some quizzes over there, and there's some lo-fi stuff with some pretty JiKooK backgrounds for you to listen to. Okay, take care, Silver. I hope everything goes well at your doctor's appointment. Love you and thank you for being here. Hello, Manuela. Hugs back at you from the UK. Yes, I should probably get the URL for it, shouldn't I? So I can actually give it to you so you can... Where's my channel? There it is. Copy link address. Here you go. There we go. So if you guys could give me a subscribe over there so that you have access, you know when all the Only Facts stuff is coming, that would be fabulous. Because I'm in this awkward place right now where I have stuff I want to put out that technically should be going on that channel, but because not everyone is subscribed to that channel, I don't want people to miss out. And yeah, back around. I am on Instagram. Thank you, Nivea. Appreciate it. Insta, it's CJ Moon Writes. So I'm on Insta. I'm on Facebook, which is obviously just reposts of the Instagram stuff. I am now Talking the Tick on TikTok and failing miserably, but that's okay because I'm trying to learn. I've heard from other YouTube creators that TikTok can actually be more of a lucrative, certainly a more stable income than Google with YouTube ad revenue, which is not a lot of fun to try and live on. So what's going on TikTok at the moment is basically just anything that goes on YouTube Shorts. So if you're not following me on TikTok, you're not missing anything. I want to make sure everyone gets it together. Let's see what you've got there. It's usually at CJ Moon Writes. Oop. There you go. Let's see if I can find some links for these things for you guys. So, right, there's Insta. Where is this? The TikTok thing. There we go. Now I've lost the window. There we go. I've lost you guys. Come back. There you go. There's TikTok. And someone asked me, was it Abby? Was it you? Asked about a Discord. Do any of you use Discord? I mean, I have Discord on a personal level. I don't use it. Like Discord and Twitch are both there and available, and I can. At one point in time, I thought about setting up like CJ Writes cam, and I just turn on the Twitch cam, and you guys could see that I'm actually working. Keeps me honest as well. Oh, take care, Maris. It was lovely seeing you. Have a good afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are. Oh, Nivea, that's a hard one with the AO3. I'm going to have to say no. AO3 and I had quite a big falling out. AO3 at one point in time was the reason I came very close to stopping writing completely. Yeah. I've got a lot of mental scars still from AO3 and being part of the fandom. I think in order to explain that, I mean, I was a failure on AO3. I was an absolute failure. My stories got no attention, no interest whatsoever. And the writing community on Twitter was not particularly kind and not particularly helpful. There was a lot of, well, if you just write better stories, well, then you can be a success like me. Particularly from some of the big authors. And I have my writer friends like Ninjava and Humble Start One, who, we go way, way, way back together and are constantly trying to get the message out that the best JiKooK authors and stories you'll ever read are not necessarily the ones that have thousands of kudos. Because on AO3, if you search for something, it will automatically start feeding you back the stories with the most kudos. So the stories that were big will continue to stay big and get bigger. And new authors really struggle to get any visibility at all. And it is just heart-wrenching. It really, I can't stress this enough. The amount of times that I gave up and said, I can't do this anymore. Because other authors, readers just didn't want to know my stuff on AO3 at all. Part of it is I think that readers on AO3 often look for something very different from what I write. I like the fact that on YouTube, you guys don't come to YouTube expecting it to be really heavily explicit, because we all know we can't do that here on YouTube. My written stories, Nivea, are all on my Patreon for free. So you can read them. And I totally understand that people would want to read them in print rather than reading them on a screen on a YouTube video. No problem. I get that. I'm that way too. So you can join the Patreon for free. And if you're not, I'll put that in here as well. Patreon. Hello, Jane.com/CJ Moon. There we go. So if you want to read the stories on text rather than, oh, hello, Yarasamina. I started to say JiKooK Jimin loves you, and then, yeah, that's the combination there. Anyways, hello, Yarasamina. Yeah. So anyways, yes, if you want to read them, you can go to Patreon and you can read them all, and that's fine. The last straw came with AO3 when I posted one of my stories there. I wasn't posting all of them, but there was one I thought the AO3 crowd would really like. So I posted it, and in the comments section, in the notes section, I said, thank you so much to the Patreon member who commissioned this story. And AO3 wrote me and said, if you don't change what you've said in the comments, that's considered pushing things in a commercial sense, and that's not allowed here, and we're taking your story down. And that really annoyed me, because obviously I wasn't putting the link to my Patreon. I wasn't saying, come pay me, come commission my stuff. I just said, thank you very much to the person who commissioned this story on my Patreon. So I did change it to say, I've changed this because Patreon believes that mentioning, and then I may have put in a couple of dozen references to some of the grossest explicit tags that they do allow on Patreon, or on Patreon, on AO3. AO3 believes that all these harder kink, gross, nasty, are all absolutely fine, but thanking someone for commissioning your work is not. They didn't like that. They took my story down. So they deleted my story completely. I'm very rude. And this is it. It's like, I can't say thank you to Patreon. I can't mention Patreon. I can't mention that I have Patreon or a monetized YouTube channel, or a YouTube channel because it's monetized, or because I've got stuff on Amazon. I can't mention any of that. But the amount of very, very hardcore explicit stuff that's available on AO3 when you only have to be 13 to make an account. Yeah. Priorities, in my mind, priority is not in the right place. The reason, AO3, you have to apply for an account, Abby. So you apply for an account, and then they eventually will tell you yes when it's created. Some people will let you comment, some people won't, because comments can get really, really horrible. I mean, as an author, I've had people very in detail tell me what they think is wrong with my story and what they think the members should be doing in my story. And yeah, people leave bookmarks, and you're like, oh, someone bookmarked my story, but they don't realize that the bookmarks are public, and they'll have said something really nasty and horrible about you, and you're just like, yeah. Oh, Heather Lynn, thank you so much. Thank you for buying my book off Amazon. Is this He Comes at Midnight? Yeah, but you can put your social media links in there, but if you mention anything that happens to be monetized, like if you say, I've got a coffee and you can tip me, they'll see that you're trying to monetize your work and it's not allowed. So, and I won't say the things I'm thinking because those aren't allowed on YouTube. But yes, all those hard bits are allowed, but saying thank you to your Patreon isn't. So you guys are far more important to me than what goes on AO3, and always, always will be. Yeah, Heather, thank you, Heatherlyn. I saw someone had bought it. I was really, really happy about that. Thank you. I am going to get the others up onto Amazon. Obviously, we've got the Alpha's Hope and Salvation need to be up there in paperback form, and Fishing for Love, and Savannah Song, which has never been on Amazon. Savannah Song needs to go up there. What am I forgetting? 10,000 Miles. 10,000 Miles? I have a lot of books now. You guys, because I've been writing for you for so long. And I was thinking about doing story anthologies too. So like doing a paperback of all the really spicy ones. It just strikes me that maybe someone out there would enjoy that. Just saying. Yeah. Oh, goodness. I hope everyone's having a good day. The world's a bit pointy and sharp at the moment. Aw, thank you, Heather. Heatherlyn. 10,000 Miles. 10,000 Miles is still my favorite. Still my favorite. I did see a lot of controversy around the Snow White movie, but I'm not a movie person. I don't remember. I think the last time I saw a movie at the cinema was Minions, the latest one. But I don't even remember the last time I watched a movie like at home. But the latest Minions one, of course, had BTS in it. And I've heard that Jimin's song is in the new Minecraft movie too, which is good. It's good to see him getting some more exposure. So I'm just waiting to see if anyone else... obviously, by default, I'm the one doing all the talking. But it won't always be like this. At least not for... I may as well tell you guys, since we're all here together anyways, the new perks are going to start for... Oh, hello, Kat. That's Jade in the background. There you go. For the channel and for the Patreon. So... on the Patreon, we're going to be doing once a month, monthly meetups. So we'll be doing on probably Google Meets, because that seems to work well. And it means that I don't have to have a subscription to Zoom. So we'll be doing monthly meetups and possibly getting back to the Watch Togethers, which we got away from. Hello, Barley. And so on Patreon, your perks, if you're a Patreon member from now on, starting tomorrow, there's access to the community chat. So not just chat function on videos, commenting on videos. We actually have like a Discord on the Patreon. So you can do that. You can DM with me and direct message me anytime you like. And we get to know each other better. The monthly meetups, people are going to be getting, once a month you'll get a discount on merchandise, so I can pass out 10% off vouchers on merchandise. You'll get early access to the written stories, so for those of you who like written stories, they're going to be posted on Patreon for the members first, and then the video will come probably 24 hours afterwards. And of course you get your name on the thank you credits on all the story pages. So that's the Patreon perks. And then on the channel perks on YouTube, you're probably going to get early access to some story videos. Not everyone, but members will get early access to some key one-shot story videos. You get the custom emojis. I don't know if you guys have seen the custom emojis on here. I love my emojis, my channel emojis. There you go. So you get those that you can use. You get the badges that tell you how long, or tell other people how long you've been a member for. What else? Name on the story videos. Oh, and audiobooks. I'm going to start doing audiobooks. So those are going to be a members only thing for a while as well, because I'm going to have to pay someone to help me make them. So I need to try and recoup my investment on that. So anyways, so I'm not going to push that too much because it's not supposed to be a sales pitch, but I do like to let you guys know that there's this stuff going on. So like people who are already Patreon members, you know, even from the $1 level up, come join us in the community chat. Come talk to us. I've got a news and updates section there, and that they always know what's coming first, because it's something really easy to do and it's not as invasive to people as community posts on YouTube. So, oh, good. Someone said yes to Heather Lynn is happy about the audiobooks. Good. So yeah, Patreon membership starts from $1. I'm not trying to like fleece people. And I want to make sure everyone has access to as much as possible. But I do want to find a way to give people, to show my gratitude back to people who are able to like give me a bit so that I can keep the power going to the PC. Pay the internet subscription so I can upload the videos, that type of thing. Food, secondary to internet, really, but you know. So it's good. It's good that someone's happy to hear about the audiobooks. From the surveys that I had out, people seem to be excited about doing vertical mobile aspect versions of the stories as well. So I'll do more of those for people who like to read on their phone. You should be able to as well. We're talking, oh, good, Manuela. Oh, fantastic. That's good to know. People who want to read text, I think you can download the stories off Patreon. Certainly the books, when I put the books up, I put them up in a PDF. So those you can download as well. Okay, take care, Abby. Nice seeing you. When the books go up, those are all going to be downloaded, that you can download them straight. When I started this, I had free copies of the ebooks as perks. But I don't want them to have to be a perk because I want to just be able to give them away for free, if that makes sense. So that's why they're coming off the list of channel perks, is because they're going to be just free for everyone. As long as you're a member of the Patreon, because that's the only way I can put them. Not a paid member, just a free member. Just a free member. But yes, I can do downloads on Patreon and I can't do downloads of PDFs and such on YouTube. So that's why that's there. But right, okay. Abby's going to dinner. To be honest, I should probably get going too, because I said I was only going to be here for about an hour. Any last questions before I go? I suppose a quick recap of what's coming next. We have more chapters from the Little Flumes story that you wouldn't remember, which I love. I absolutely love Little Flumes writing. And I at this point, Yasmina, yes, because I can't do those on my own and I have to pay someone to help me. It depends on how YouTube works their audiobooks, I think is the best way of putting it. If they do it like a normal long form video, then no, because there'll be ad revenue coming in from those, and that should help pay for the cost. If they do them because it's a podcast in a lot of ways are associated with the shorts format in YouTube land, And if that ends up being the case, then I don't know if you guys know, but on shorts, we get paid about 2 cents, 2 American cents for every 1,000 views. So shorts are literally, if I get 3 cents from a short, it's a miracle. Because my shorts just don't get shown anyways. The only stuff I'm looking at putting behind membership is literally the stuff that costs me something. Well, that's the other thing we were talking about on Patreon is it's very likely that Patreon members, so from $1 and up, will be able to get ad-free viewing of the story videos. I say that, and I think YouTube has just chucked an ad in just as I'm saying this. And this is why. But I'm looking at putting the stories on Vimeo, and then I can run that through with my Patreon because those two integrate together so that people who are paying members on the Patreon from $1 a month can get ad-free viewing of the stories. But I have to pay in order to do that. So, yeah, again, there's a charge. Hello, Jane. Nice that you could join us. So nice seeing everyone. It really is. I wish I could see everyone's face. I can see your chats. I can see your emojis. I can see cup of tea delivery because I live in the UK. It's my chimney mug. Very faded at this point because of the length of time I've had it. Nice cup of tea. It's been a long day. I didn't sleep well last night either. So I figured I'd turn the camera on though so that, because this is good not just for you guys to be able to get information from me, but I get a lot of motivation out of being able to talk to you. Sometimes being a creator is throwing stuff off into the void. And it's like, I'll put a video out and it'll do well or it won't do well. And I'll get some comments or I'll get very few comments. And it's about, knowing that someone at the end, that it means something to you guys and you guys are actually happy to be here. Yeah, Yasmina, the YouTube membership is $1.99. When I originally opened memberships on YouTube, that was the cheapest I could put it. I don't know if that's changed. So I'm not going to, and I haven't tried moving the tiers around and adding and changing perks on channel memberships, which on YouTube is notoriously difficult. So watch this space and we'll see how it goes. Definitely, if you're thinking about taking a YouTube membership as well as being part of the Patreon, and it's for the audiobooks, certainly don't do it until the audiobooks start going up. But what I was trying to do is make it so that for ages I tried to make it so that the people on Patreon and the people who joined on YouTube had exactly the same perks. But the two systems are very, very different. And they don't integrate at all. And it's become not just difficult, but impossible to make it the same. And certainly means that I can't do things like just for members only on one without it affecting the other. If I can offer less, if that makes sense. So what I've decided to do is just I'm going to make them separate, but I want to put in a very low level on both so that if people do decide to do both, that it's not very expensive. So it looks like it'll be about $3 per month, which is, I'd say the price of a coffee, but coffee's gotten really expensive. Everything's gotten really expensive these days. Particularly in America. I think $3 in America now buys you a single egg or something, doesn't it? It's like, you guys over there, I feel for you. Right. Possibility of having a mug to offer my collection that has a curved top, one that isn't so. Oh, I'll have a look. I didn't realize it was. Jane, which mug? Because you've got one of my mugs already, don't you? Do you have the channel one, or do you have? I know there's the white with the black handle that says JiKooK. I don't have one of my own mugs. Eventually I amassed enough sample credit, which, pardon me, Fourth Wall will give you if you like connect your Discord to your Fourth Wall, you'll get like $5 in sample credit and stuff like that. So I got enough sample credit that I have, one of my hoodies, one of the JiKooK hoodies, but I don't have a mug. So let me know, Jane Sunderhouse will say, as opposed to Jane, because Jane, there's another Jane here as well, about the which mug you have that has the sharp boxy lid on it. I agree. A nice curved rim is lovely. Sounds a bit rude, doesn't it? Oops. Yes, Jimmy. And my chummy there as well. Can you see? No, you can see RJ out of the corner. I don't want to be called a solo stan. I do have all 7 of them there. I do. And obviously you can tell. I'll have to give you a little tour of my space one day. But I know if I pick the camera up here, I'll never get it adjusted properly again, and probably make you guys seasick in the process of moving it around. I do need to make new merch, though. I haven't made merch in a while. Is there anything you guys want? Do you want new t-shirts? Do you want new mugs? I think I did water bottles. I did water cup things. There's all sorts, though. I can do like big mouse mats and desk mats and I'm trying to think what else. Bucket hats, baseball caps. Shoes? You can do shoes with like the whole print, like canvas slides type things. They do end up being quite dear to purchase, but they look so cool. I get something like that though, I wouldn't want to wear it. Like one mud puddle and I'd probably cry. Custom JiKooK photo cards. Do you mean like embellished ones, or you mean the ones or I can do socks. I can't do I don't think I can do just custom photo cards through there, but I'll have a look and see if I can do them through someone else. Bucket hat. Yeah, there's a JiKooK. There's a JiKooK bucket hat on the Fourth Wall site. Let me give you the link so you guys can have a look. There's some fun stuff there. I've really tried to like keep the prices way down. I mean, it's not cheap because it's all customized stuff, but it's not overly expensive, I think. And certainly the shipping is not bad for shipping internationally too. Let's see if I can find the bucket hat. There we go. Yes, Jane, Christmas ornaments, because goodness knows we wanted to do them last year, didn't we? I looked all over, and sure enough, come like January, Fourth Wall is like, oh yeah, here you can order Christmas ornaments. Well, that's a little bit too late, but I'm guessing what happened is their manufacturer didn't come through or something. So yes, actually, it looks like I will be able to do JiKooK Christmas ornaments for Christmas, which would be You guys know how much I love Christmas. I could just like set up a Christmas fluff channel and just write JiKooK Christmas fluff all year round and be as happy as can be. Yeah, it's a good idea, Yasmina. I don't have an example. I'll post an example of it later on a notebook with my logo. Aw, that would be lovely. Aw, I get so shy when you guys want stuff with like my channel logo on it. It makes me feel really good. So Jane, you don't have one. I'll have to have a look and ask around and see if they're rounded rims or boxy rims. I think the ones that are all white. We'll ask and see. This is what the community chat and Patreon is for, because there'll be people in there who have mugs, and they will be able to explain. Yeah, they'll be able to tell me for sure. Jane, you're in you're in the community chat, aren't you? I get confused sometimes if people's names are different between here and on Patreon. If you are, let me get the community. Here we go. Oops, Control C. There we go. So if you are a member of the Patreon, you should be able to go there and see. There might be a better way of doing it. Hang on. No, I think that's it. If you're a paying member of the Patreon, so from $1 and up, you should be able to go to our community chat, which is like a Discord, and there's all sorts of different categories, and just we keep each other up to date with news and happy things that we're doing. And like, if you've been somewhere beautiful, put a picture up. If you're doing something exciting, if you need a bit of help or support because you're going through something and you just need some friends, we're there. That's what it's there for. Is to be supportive to each other. And yeah, we've all been through some really, really rough times there, and it is about growing. This whole channel is about growing a community, not just getting some subscribers on YouTube. It's about growing a community and sticking together and being friends, because the world is a trash fire and we all need a bit of softness and love. And so I am the hug dealer. I'm here to give you guys hugs. Hugs. Metal bottle water sippy cup. Is that like those Stanley things that are really popular in America? I can do those. I think I can do those. They're expensive. I'll have a look. But yes, you like, feel free to just come talk to me, leave comments, even if you're not a paid member of the Patreon and there's something that you want to see, whether you've got an idea for a story or whether you have an idea for merchandise you want to see, just leave it as a comment in one of the videos and I will see it and I can do it for you. Like one of the people on Twitter had asked me, I don't do hoodies, but could you do a cushion? And I'm like, you want a sofa cushion or a throw pillow? That's fine. I'll do that. And that's why we have from Are You Sure, the JiKooK to the Core designs that I made based on the Salty to the Core stuff from Black Hole Outfitters. Which, by all means, go buy the official as well. Because they are donating money to UNICEF. So the link to the official Black Hole Outfitters shirts that JiKooK wore are in the description for my JiKooK to the Core video or t-shirts and mug. It was a t-shirt and a mug and a throw cushion. Pins. There are pins. There are pins. I've done that. I don't remember what they look. I don't remember what they look like, but I did them because I thought people would be interested in those. But they I don't think anyone's ever bought them. Let's see what I can find. Where would they be? Hats and accessories. Accessories. There we go. Pin badges. There you go. So they're not my logo. They're the JiKooK logo. Those are cute. The sun and moon. I love the sun and moon one. Jane, we have to do a boxy one so that your husband has to drink out of a JiKooK mug. Right. Yeah, the pin badges turned out cute. Most of the designs that are on the pin badges are on other things. So they're on either, like the sun and moon design is, I know you now, Janie G. Got it. So like I said, it's hard because people's YouTube tags and Patreon tags will be different. So I know you in both places, but I sometimes won't be able to connect. Yeah, the from the pin badges, the pink heart with the JiKooK on it is on an enameled, like a metal enameled mug. And the sun and moon JiKooK is on a t-shirt, and that's really pretty colors that one comes in. The You Are Me, I Am You, and the black and white JiKooK, those are on mugs. I think the You Are Me, I Am You is on a t-shirt as well. Yeah. But I like doing it because it's just fun. It's something creative that isn't just writing. And as much as I love writing, I do need a break from it from time to time. So yeah, if there's something that you're like, I've always wanted a JiKooK baseball cap with this on it, or a bucket hat, or a hoodie, or a pair of shoes, or random stuff. Yeah. It also has a number. Oh, don't worry about it, Jane. It's fine. I know. But come, yeah, if you guys, and the thing with the community chat on the Patreon is some people won't come join just because they're not community chat, Discord, forum-y type people, and that's fine. We all need a bit of privacy. I get that. But if you do want to come and talk to us, it's there. And so I want to make sure that you know that it's there and are just not there because you didn't know that it wasn't there. Yeah, the clear sippy cups. I did a themed collection called Spring Day JiKooK. And what is that? Mugs and glasses. Nope, it's not in mugs and glasses. What did I do? Is it just in the Spring Day? Here we go. I'll just show you. There's one for Jimin and one for JiKooK and one of them with that beautiful picnic that they went on together. So there you go. I love Spring Day. Then who doesn't, right? It's the queen of all songs. So, why have you missed all that? I don't know. I do. I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want you guys to think I'm only selling you stuff. Like, I want you to know about it because I think it's cute. But at the same time, that doesn't necessarily mean you think it's cute. And I don't want you to think that I'm doing it because such a fine line, isn't it? It's like, I am here full time. And if I could magically have someone pay all my bills, I would happily do this completely for free for you guys. But that's not happening. So I do need the ads turned on so that I can make some ad revenue. And I do need, the Patreons give me, and the channel members give me a stable income, which is why I'm always banging on about it. $1, to put things into perspective, $1 is sometimes worth 1,000 views on YouTube. It would take me tens of thousands of views on a short to reach that. But on just a long form video, it would be anywhere between 1,000 views, right around 1,000 views, in order to earn $1. I'm overthinking. It's imposter syndrome. I'm like, I still can't say I'm a YouTuber without like it sounding really stupid to me. I'm a YouTuber. It just sounds goofy. Anyway. Yeah. So anyways, yes. So $1 on Patreon is worth like 1,000 views on YouTube. And if I can look at what my Patreon is and go, this is my income for the month because I know that I have this many people giving me $1, then that gives me a stable income to budget reasonably. Obviously, people have to drop out. I get it. Money is tight. I get it. But that's why. Yes, it is. Thank you, guys. It's okay to sell things. Yes, Amina, I will look. Letter is a great idea. Write that one down. I will look at doing something about that because that would be maybe something with the lyrics on it. I know I'm a creator, but it's also, there are a lot of people out there that because the stuff I do is related to members of BTS who would happily throw me under the bus and say, you're not allowed to make anything off of it because you're profiting off of them. It happens. I mean, like, I've seen people get hounded by hate campaigns and bullied off of Twitter, off of AO3, off of all sorts of platforms. When people decide that they're in a mood or a certain cultist part of the fandom get a bee in their bonnet, then it can be a very dangerous place for a creator. So I want to be very subtle about it because I need to pay my bills, but I also don't want to be seen as profiteering. And I'm proud of what I do because I don't disparage any of the members. The stories I write don't paint any one member as a villain. The narratives of my OnlyFacts JiKooK videos are like, here's the facts, make up your own mind. They don't try to spin some story about how this person is horrible and manipulating and jealous and evil and blah, blah. They really hate each other and like all that. I don't buy any of that. And I think it's just evil. It's evil and nasty. And I would never do that. But that doesn't mean that people won't take offense at what I do because they don't like what I have to say. So, yeah. But actually, there are things I might be a bit more bolshy on in the future. But I do need to make up my mind about what I'm going to do with the second channel. Because if the second channel, which was originally supposed to be where all the JiKooK only fact stuff goes to kind of protect my writing from that hate. If it doesn't get more than, I think it's sitting on 389 subscribers. If I can't get that to the point where it's in the YouTube partner program with 1,000 subscribers, then that's not viable for me. And I won't continue to have it. But also it keeps this channel in a very vulnerable position because, you know, it's social media. You're only ever one massive hate campaign away from kind of losing everything. I had, as part of the YouTube creator community, there's this horrible, horrible story of a gaming streamer that I know. And one of the development publishing houses been streaming this game for ages. And all of a sudden they decided they didn't like the fact that he was streaming and basing his videos on it. And he ended up with, it was like 13 or 15 copyright strikes and takedown notices in a matter of 24 hours. And the channel was, of course, if you get 3, that's it. Your channel is taken away. And he got it sorted out in the end and had to compromise with, I don't want to say who it was, but had to compromise with the studio on it and got his channel back. But it took 2 months. And in that 2 months, you know, you lose everything. You lose all your income. Subscribers think you're gone. So it's a mess. So I am very, very, very aware that if there's some sort of hate campaign, I could lose everything overnight. So the second channel is a backup. And it sits there for me to put stuff on that I think might be a bit controversial for this one. Because I have other things I want to say. I have a lot of things. I have a lot of thoughts. And I have a lot of words about some of the stuff that's been going on in the fandom regarding those cultists and some of this proliferation of channels that I'm seeing at the moment that are like preying on nasty, horrible, horrible gossip. The people making up stories about members being in a hospital and on their deathbed and all that type of thing. And it's like, that is gross and disgusting. And there's a lot of it. There's a lot of people being pretty horrible. And I have thoughts. But if I start talking about a certain gossip channel that starts with D, who's already had it out for me once, and a certain section of the shipping cult we all know who we're talking about there. You guys will love it, and I'll love it because I've been meaning to say these things for years now. But I also have to be careful. Yeah, YouTube. Yeah. Patreon doesn't, at this point, make me edit anything. Certainly not in a writing point of view. All the unedited version, the written versions go on Patreon. And I don't know what Vimeo is like. I might be able to put the unedited versions on Vimeo as well. Which means you'll see ad-free and you'll see the spiciest version. But the comments are just coming in now about the... yeah, I have thoughts about Mr. Disky and some of the JiKooK channels and it's not about it's never in my mind about whether JiKooK is real or not. It's about the evil, nasty way they paint the members in order to try and prove what they want to prove and how they go about it. But anyways, Diane, yeah, I do. I do. And I think they stopped doing selfies as well. I wrote a story about that. I think that they were, yeah, I think they were tired of anytime, seeing other ships' names come in, and then just shipping names in general. I mean, going into a JiKooK live and typing stuff about them as a couple is, we just really shouldn't be doing it. They will just show us what they want to show us, and we should be grateful for that. And I also think that one of the reasons they stopped doing lives together is because they were so close to slipping up many, many times. And there was going to be that moment where the last F had sailed and they just pick up the pieces afterwards. They got so close. So sometimes it's better to put temptation out of harm's way, isn't it? Yeah. But being a JiKooker is good, isn't it? We don't have to spin weird narratives and stories. It's just right there. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree, Moira, completely. Hello, Sariani. Aw. So where are you guys all coming from anyways? Why aren't we seeing Jamin? I don't know what you mean by that. He's sadly busy. We'll see him in 72 days. So I know some of you are in America and some of you are in an updated version of the ultimate JiKooK video. You know that's not my video, right? But I can okay, if you want an updated version of it, I can do my best. I'm writing that down. Ultimate video. Diane, we're in Florida. My mom lives in Cape Coral. My favorite JiKooK moment. That's like asking a parent to choose their favorite child. That's really unfair. Okay. I've got a couple favorite JiKooK moments, and they're probably going to surprise you. But hear me out. Suriname, South America. That's so exciting. People in South America turning into, talk to me. New Zealand, right? You are literally on the other side of the world. Jackie, you can't actually get much further from me. That's amazing. Pardon me. Right. Favorite JiKooK moments. The live in Thailand in 2016. The you're not good at games, and they get about this close to each other. That heated stare at each other. You know the one I'm talking about, right? Demon in a bathrobe. And then another favorite is in Malta. And I remember watching live when Bon Voyage 3 came out. And Jimin getting really close and going, he's not going to kiss him. He's like, oh my God, he kissed him! And screeching. The neighbors would have heard me for miles. That was another one that was like, I can't believe they actually showed us that. What others? There's so many. I'm trying to stay away from obvious things like Rose Bowl and all that. Yes, Jungkook was singing Lie, trying to get Jamin to come back to his room. What are your favorites? Tell me your favorites. How long have you guys all been ARMY? How long have you been Army and how long have you been JiKookers? Do they come at the same time? Yeah, you've nailed it there, Diane. That's exactly it. Editing Jimin out of anything that Jungkook specifically included him in is disrespectful to his work. It's disrespectful to him as an artist and as a person. Yeah, very, very, very disrespectful. Okay, so Diane, you and I would probably join the fandom about the same time. I think I started end of 2016, early 2017. And Jane? Yep. Yeah, see, for me, I didn't know anything about shipping. But when I first started down the BTS rabbit hole, one of the things that was served up to me on YouTube was a JiKooK video. And it was about, oh, Jungkook hates Jimin and this is why, and you'll see it here, and proof, blah, blah, blah. And I started watching it, and I was like, what are these people on? Because to me, it looks just the opposite of hate. Yeah. Yeah. And that's it. Is the more I saw those two together, the more it's like, no, this is different. This is special. Very different and very special. I love it. Someone just gave me a heart on the video. Thank you. That's nice. You guys wouldn't believe the JiKooK moment. Right, go on. Which moment is this? I've got my own reasons why I don't deny that people would think I was bonkers for, but oh, that one. Yeah, is this with the was it the Grammy, was it the BBMA's, was that the nose scratching one? I want to do a whole video about the nose and the number of times that they've done the back and forth to each other. I'm going to write that one down. Oh, hello, Josephine. From Germany. Oh, I love talking to people internationally. Let It Snow. Oh, Let It Snow is lovely. We were talking, I don't know if you were here earlier, Josephine, we were talking about how I'd love to just do Christmas stories all year round. Yes. Yeah. I think, I'm trying to figure out, I can see your name is JiKooK and Suk, but yes, I don't know your, anyway, I'm talking to you, about being neutral and being a JiKooker. Part of being a JiKooker is that there are so many moments, and it's not just, there's a lot of moments that you go, okay, this moment is very suspicious, and we can't find a non-romantic reason for this moment, or that one, and that one, and then there's this, and then there's that, and all of a sudden you have this entire huge amount of information, of moments, of not the stuff on stage. It's the stuff that's not on stage. It's the little things over the years that just adds up, and you just go, they can't, the weight of the evidence is huge. But I hope that they are happy And I don't care whether they ever come out. That is up to them. I definitely see part of my role here being to help reassure you guys if you're worried, if that makes sense. But you know, I don't think I don't think anyone should be trying to out them. It's all up to them. And the honorifics and JiKooK's lack of honorifics with Jimin. Matching clothes, matching rings. Dangshin was a big one. Yeah. There's been a lot of, and I think that, you know, what we hear from Korean army and Korean JiKookers, there's so much more that if you understand Korean culture, like when I did the interview with my Korean teacher, and as a Korean man was like, no, no, I wouldn't do that with my friends, with my male friends. And there is obviously fan service. Fan service exists, and what happens with being an idol and your behavior with other idols is one thing, but what happens between Jimin and Jungkook surpasses all of that. So, yeah. It's just beautiful. They're beautiful. You know, whether people feel that they're romantic or not, no one can deny the strength of that bond between the two of them. We've seen it for years. We've seen it on stage, off stage, in Are You Sure, in all the GCFs. And now, you know, the fact that they chose to go through this incredibly difficult period of their life together, so to be, as the statement said, to support each other. Yeah, no, I understand. I understand what you mean about the BBMA 2017. I'm going to go back and watch that. Maybe I'll do a video. I haven't done an only facts type of video in a while. That would be an interesting one to have a look at. Oh, God, that was so sweet. When that happened, Sabina's talking about when in Sapporo on the train and Jungkook leaning on Jimin's shoulder, and everyone who was watching collectively went, oh. I think that's the modern version of the Malta neck kiss. Yep. Yeah, the whiskey. There's so much. There's just so much. I'm writing these all down. Maybe I'll do an edit or something. Yeah, I would love it. Barley, I'd love it if we could, if they would film Are You Sure until they were 50, bring it. I can't wait. It's like, I want to be, I'm going to be 90 years old, and they're going to be coming on tour again, and I'm going to be there with my light stick in my wheelchair, whatever. I'll still be there in this Bangtan for life. Completely. Yeah. I agree, and I think that's it, is that they are mature, and they do know what they're doing. And they, this isn't kids playing around. And I've heard, well, I think when I did the video with my Korean teacher, and one of the things he said at one point was, yeah, if you're kids in school and you're messing around in the locker rooms and roughhousing or whatever, But this isn't that, is it? This is two friends on a bed. It's different. It's very different. Exactly. Jimin has said specifically, as Diane says, that he does not do fan service. They all have. Any affection that comes from any of those members to any other member. And I think it's important we remember that this includes between JiKooK and Taehyung as well. They care for each other and they love each other because no one has been through the amount of shit in ways that those 7 members have been through together. But Jimin and JiKooK are different and they stand out. Yeah, it is real. It is real. Nothing is fake. And to say that something is just fan service, to try and write it off like that, is so disrespectful. How can you say you love them and accuse them of lying? That's what I don't get. How can you say that you love BTS or you love... Pardon me, my throat's going from this. How can you say that you love JiKooK if then you turn around and accuse him of pretending to be so fake to people that he actually really hates this member or that member? Yeah. They're grown men. They're honest. They're ethical. We don't deserve them because they are so amazing. So to accuse them of lying, jealous, manipulative behavior is just awful. Gloria, welcome. It's all right, because once I end it, YouTube will process it and the whole thing will go up and you can watch from the beginning if you want. It's not a problem. It'll stay up. But I'm so happy I've started doing these lives because it's so nice to talk to you guys. It really, really is. Like I said before, I feel sometimes that I'm like, with my writing, it's like, I make a video or I make a story and I put it out there and I know you guys love it because it gets views and I get comments, but it's not the same. Yeah, I think that's the thing with JiKooK is that a lot of the JiKookers, JiKooK is just a pawn in it. He's always made to look bad. Even Tae is usually made to look bad in it. And that's not right. Taehyung is a wonderful, wonderful human being. He is so warm and so caring. And his friendship with Jimin is so well documented over the years that to try and put them in a position where they're saying that he hates Jimin and would do these horrible things to him is just, it's awful. Absolutely awful. I agree. Barley, you'll see this come out in a lot of my canon stories. Especially in the early years. And those of you who have been around since the, I wasn't around at the very beginning. But, even from 2015, 16, 17, what set BTS apart at that point, in my opinion, was their authenticity and their genuine love of interacting with the fans and their genuine love for ARMY. Their authenticity is everything. For them to be caught lying or hiding stuff or manipulating each other or their audience or whatever, I think that would just have, especially back then, destroyed them. And I think that it's important that they stay honest and genuine and authentic. I still think that the worst thing that could happen, would be for them to be caught, for them to feel like they had been caught being lying or dishonest. So I'm just getting caught up on the chat a bit as well. How am I? Yes, Mina, my health is My health is okay. My throat's going because I've been talking for an hour now. But my health is good, thank you. My health is good. Guys, I'd like to your personal opinions on members aside, please, not in the chat. That's not this channel is about positivity. This channel is about being positive. I want to try and keep it that way. Let's focus on the fact that 72 glorious days until... I can't believe it's gone so fast. I suppose it hasn't, because it's gone fast for me because I'm not the one that's been in the army. Lukaki, nice to see you. Where are you coming in from, Lukaki? I think, was it Jackie? It was from New Zealand. That's really got to be the furthest place from me. I don't think any of you guys can beat New Zealand because it is like literally the other side of the globe from me. We've had Panama and Suriname and lots of people coming in from America, which I suppose is not overly early for you guys now. Zambia! Amazing! Oh. I think we've got South America, we've got the Australian continent, we'll say, Africa now, Europe, North America. What are we missing? Asia? JiKooK, are you coming in from Asia? And then if I'm in Europe, all we would need is Antarctica and we'd collect the entire set. Quick, someone go to Antarctica. Is anyone from Asia? Yeah, we know why Jungi's gone missing. And I don't blame him. But then I think he always intended to not be around. Jungi kind of said, yes, right. So JiKooK is from Asia. Yay! That's 6 continents. Or 7 continents. Wait. Asia, Europe, Africa, South America, North America, and the Australian continent. That's 6. Yay! Oh, that's so exciting. Why don't I think we've seen Jaemin? I don't think we intended to see JiKooK, but there was stuff going down and he wanted to come into the fandom and set us straight about it. Let people know that he'd seen it. Because that was at a point when Jaemin's family was being attacked. And he definitely has a history of coming in and doing something to distract people when there's stuff like that going on. But we haven't seen Jaemin, but we also haven't seen Namjoon. We didn't really see, the only one who's done a live while they've been in the military has been JiKooK. Unless I'm forgetting someone. I don't think so. But I keep track of my desk here. I have a folder because I'm analog like that. And on it, I have a list of all the countries in the entire world. And if it's highlighted in pink, I've had views from that country. So, oh, pardon me. Oh, goodness. M's from Japan. Awesome. So even if you're the only person in your country who's ever watched my channel, then I have a record of you here. So I've had views from 140 countries, which is just incredible. So it's one of the few stats that YouTube gives me that I really, really do enjoy looking at. If nothing else, I've learned that there are countries out there that I didn't even know existed that I have viewers in, and that is so humbling. Yeah. Yeah, Namjoon has actually posted quite a lot of photos, which is amazing. I adore him. I have such a soft spot for his sexy brain. And I love seeing him in his red band uniform, and the pictures of him performing at the whatever town it was tomato festival in the band was just like, oh, the fact that it's like he's a member of one of the biggest groups in the world, and there he is playing the saxophone at a tomato festival. Ooh, a GCF from the Are You Sure footage. Oh, yes, I hope so. I don't know. I mean, I think Hype is done for Jungkook's video editing, what they've also done for their selfies, which is, you know, when GCF Tokyo came out, and it was a labor of love, literally, for Jimin. It was something really amazing and really special. And then towards the end of the GCF cycle, it was all about, here, do one to promote winter package coming, and here, do one to promote this. And, you know, once they got involved and he didn't have the artistic freedom, because they were turning it into a commercial thing, he seemed to lose interest. So I don't know. I'd love to see more behind the scenes of the Are You Sure stuff. I'd love to see that. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I think, Sarah, I think you're right about them having more power within their own careers. And we had a conversation earlier about the new contracts and about how it's coming out that they have been given a lot more creative control coming forward. So once they're released from the military, I mean, Namjoon said straight out he can't wait because he'll be able to say the things that he's not been able to say previously. And, well, I can't wait to hear what he's got to say. That is going to be amazing. But they're very much looking forward to being able to be their own people, because for years, that whole enlistment thing was a political football, and they couldn't say anything, because if they said anything about it, it was taken the wrong way. You know, anytime it was mentioned, one political party or the other was trying to use them. You know, there were the politicians in Korea that were like, well, they have this impact on the economy and they should be given exemptions. And the other party coming out and going, they're just Korean men like everyone else. They should have to enlist just like my father and my brother did and all that. And both sides have very valid points. And it's why I was really understanding when eventually they just went, you know what? We're done playing your game. We're just going to make the decision and we're going to enlist because that's our decision. And then when we come out, you have no hold over us anymore. Well, scientists are people too, Jane. And if a scientist in Antarctica, or perhaps a penguin, or maybe a scientist who studies penguins, would like to watch my videos because there's a lot of snow and ice, and they don't have anything else to do other than science, that would be awesome. But there's still 100 other countries that I need views from too. So it's not just Antarctica. Yeah, Diane. They did say that Jimin and Jungkook have talked about what they want to do when they come out. And it wouldn't surprise me if they had stuff planned to do together, because they've had lots of time to be able to talk together to plan it. Well, any last questions? I am going to wrap this up now. What time is it here? 5:12. I said it was coming on for an hour. an hour, 2 hours ago. Hybe is quiet on the success of Jimin in particular, usually. They're not great about being consistent with other members. I'm not saying Jimin's success is the only one that has been missed out from time to time. But Jimin in particular gets forgotten, I think, more often than the others, or so it appears. You know, they've got billions. You think that they could get it right, but they obviously aren't interested or don't care or not putting the money towards those resources. But then it took us how many years before we got proper English subtitles on things? Hybe internally appears to be an absolute mess. And just because they're big and have lots of money doesn't mean anything. The more I see about YouTube from the creator end, and that's not just as a creator here, but as part of the internal creator company or community with all these extra sessions and stuff I've been invited to. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm actually part of programs where I'm run little mentoring sessions for other creators and stuff now. That's done for a while, which is good because it was starting to take up too much time. But I'm helping other people grow their channels too, which is nice. Because one thing YouTube has picked up on is how strong our community is here. So I've only got 5,500 subscribers, which compared to other JiKooK channels even is tiny. But you guys like being part of this community enough that over 10% of you have come over to join Patreon. That's not paid members of Patreon. That's the free. You're just coming over to read stories and get news, because obviously I tend to post news and updates on Patreon first rather than the channel first, because it's just easier to keep in touch with people. But to have that kind of loyal community is something really outstanding in the world of YouTube, and YouTube as a company has taken notice, which is exciting, which is why I got my cool YouTube jacket and stuff. So if you haven't joined the Patreon, it's free to join. Patreon.com/CJMoon, and all the perks start from just $1, and you can get your name on that lovely thank you sheet and come be part of our community chat, which would be amazing. I would love to see them give a military salute. That would be, if they come out. I can think of a lot of salutes they'd want to give a lot of people if they came out. That's one of them. Diana, it does make sense if you think about culturally. Something we haven't touched on here, which I want to keep an eye on, is, did you guys see about the member of Cat's Eye who came out as queer? Girl group. And Cat's Eye is managed by Hybe. So we have a Hybe artist who's now come out. Just 72 days before. So it might be completely unrelated, or it might not. I won't say one way or the other. I'm really, really, really happy that Hybe has allowed her to come out and to be her authentic self. Very, very happy. And that's the most important thing. Yeah. Come join the Patreon and be part of the community chat, and you get talk like that all the time. Yeah. Watching, yes. I love it. We're all a bit obsessed with me getting a viewer in Antarctica now. I'm going to start finding YouTubers in Antarctica and going, please, could you just like put this on a loop for a couple, just to get me on the map. I need to put up a list of these 100 countries where I don't have views, because it might be like, for some of you, it might be like, 5 kilometers down the road, there's a border, and you can just like take your phone into the next country for me. Hello, Morgan, for stopping by to say hello. I'm just wrapping things up anyways, because I've been here far longer than I intended. And I should probably go downstairs and it's 5:20. My other half has probably got dinner started and stuff already. But I love spending time with you guys. I really do. Thank you so much. Love JiKooK. Love each other. Be kind to each other and any random strangers you might see today, because the world is harsh and horrible and full of lots of really crappy things right now. But if we can spread love, it'll make the world a better place. I really believe that. And I really want to do that with my stories. I want to make sure that people come away from my channel feeling positive and feeling like they can see the best in other people and they can walk in their shoes and have empathy. The whole love your neighbor as yourself thing, which is sometimes easier to do than loving ourselves, which is why BTS made a whole trilogy about it. And some of us did better than others at learning that lesson, because I'm still a bit rubbish at it. But just let's try and be kind. I love you guys. Thank you for sitting here with me for so long. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, morning. Thank you around the world. You guys are amazing. Right. Love you, and I'll talk to you soon.